While looking back on 2024, I have to state how good of a release year it was for games. It may not have had some of the standouts that are etched into my mind as pivotal games. Part of those pivotal games have time to build up. There are very few instances where a game can become an all-time favorite days after releasing. What 2024 provided is a consistency in its releases. If you look at my PubMeeple spreadsheet that I'm listing in the description, you can see who rated high enough for the videos. In some years, there are games that would have made this video that aren't even being mentioned. That's how good 2024 was. I stick to PC gaming, so I may have missed something that was a console exclusive like Echoes of Wisdom from Nintendo. And like I said in my budget games video, I tend to keep from bigger games. No Helldivers 2, no Astrobot, no Sonic X Shadow. It was a good year of gaming without taking an extra shift at work just to pay for a single game. Like I've mentioned before, no early access game were eligible. They are still works in progress no matter how good they are. When I evaluate the quality of a game, I like to see it in its complete form. It's like reviewing a movie when the first 30 minutes are all there is to see, and those 30 minutes are subject to change based on the reviewers. So Power World, Hades 2, and Paths of Exile 2 were not eligible for my awards. If you are interested in the data, the link to the spreadsheet is available. You can see some of my rankings for coziness, longevity, my personal favorites, and games I get from my wife. Some of the people may want to see specifics how I narrowed it down to the winners or where they particularly ranked. It further shows that these picks are not just my favorites. There are a lot of factors that I considered when putting games together for this list. Thank you all for being patient while I worked on these, but I have made you all wait long enough. Let's give out those awards. Prior to Another Crab's Treasure, I did not see myself committing to a Souls-like game. Over a decade ago, I had played an hour of the original Dark Souls, got frustrated, and put it down never to try another again, until Aggro Crab returned to it. I enjoyed their original game going under so much I trusted they would make something good. What Another Crab's Treasure does to set it apart is the appealing setting of Under the Sea. It gives the genre a good story, the cast do a great job on vocal performances, and the gameplay an engaging change. Instead of weapons that are swappable and provide you new abilities, they give Krill different shells. They give him different abilities and defense, which is a good reinvention. It has made me look at Souls-likes with a new set of eyes. Easily my most played game of last year, particularly once it hit mobile. Balatro doesn't reinvent the wheel. It really is just an extension of poker, but what it changes through the jokers and tarot cards causes things to get crazy. The developers know that they have an addicting game, considering that the reveal trailer for the mobile release noted that productivity for players go down. I can attest, the game is addicting, but quite good. I go to Ballionaire like comfort food. Similar to other roguelites, it is one to go to when you don't want to drain your brain budget. Sometimes you just want to see numbers go up. What sets Ballionaire apart from others is how absurd it can be and the crazy situations that can present itself. Balls can be created like water balls, fireballs, eggplant balls, and much more. To make an eggplant ball, an egg ball bumps into a houseplant, creating an eggplant ball. At the same time as providing funny gags, Ballionaire provides laugh out loud moments like when you have 50 balls appear on screen. It may not be the most prominent genre, but it feels like puzzle platformers are a dime a dozen. One needs to really stand out to be a hit. Cato does so in a few manners. It looks really nice with vibrant colors and well-made sprites. It fully realizes how absurd the joke of the Buttercat paradox is. The solutions to the puzzles themselves really make you think and lean on the paradox and the environmental hazards. It has a really good hint system for each room where they give hints through still images and their placements in the room. I remember while streaming it, a viewer was talking about how Cato continues to find new ways to use the paradox, which is a testament to how inventive it is. Another game that combines two genres that on paper sounds like a mess. Twin stick shooter and adventure game. But Minishoot Adventures works and hits in so many ways. Sometimes a game is cozy through its appearance. The game is frantic as you dodge the attacks of others while adventuring like a top-down Zelda of 30 years ago. But without any dialogue from the protagonist, they gleefully chirp like an animal. The colors add to that, with the ships all being a soothing mix of teal and yellow. Along with the visuals, one thing I love about Minishoot is the way you can customize the ship on the fly. If you need to move quicker, you bring up the ability screen, take some points from attacking traits, and add them to speed, all in the midst of whatever you're doing. That makes it very seamless to adapt to what you are facing. I was a big fan of Rivals of Aether, seeing it as a Super Nintendo version of Smash. And in many ways, that is an accurate take since lead developer Dan Fornes made a fan remake of Smash, Super Smash Land. Now Rivals 2 looks to be a sequel to the original through 3D visuals and adding back some of the platform fighting mechanisms Rivals took away. The game appears to have the live service model, but for it, you pay the full price of the game, get all future characters for free, and you can pay extra for skins and colors if you want. I got skins from just playing the game. No extra dollars spent for me. And we just got the first new character, Daedalus. Boy just posted a video of why we as players should be thankful to the devs for what they're doing with patches. Link to his video will be in the description. Nowadays, when a game says they're an action roguelike, they're automatically compared to Hades. And while Hades is a good comparison, Smash would be much more appropriate for Spiritfall. Attacks are executed using simple controls you most associate with platform fighters. Characters have health like you expect from roguelike games, and it incorporates Smash-like killing with blast zones with some special enemy encounters. When taking abilities, it feels like you're building your own Smash character. Smash connoisseurs will understand this, but you can take a dash that causes you to disappear like Mewtwo's air dodge and recovery, but when you disappear and reappear, you perform an attack like Fox or Falco's Shine. Tower defense games tend to follow a similar pattern. Enemies follow a distinct path. You place towers out to attack them, upgrade what you have, rinse and repeat until you win or lose. Thronefall makes it to where you control a chosen hero who moves about, builds the towers in economic buildings, attacks for themselves, and in some cases heals your backup. Maps that you can choose from are very different from one another. Some of them give the opportunity to build structures exclusive to that level. Grizzly Games have a solid track record making Islanders 6 years ago. Thronefall is another hit. I'm working on a video on what makes UFO 50 so special. That's in the pipeline after I finish my 2024 awards. For a Game of the Year from 2024, the easiest selling point is its value. For $25, you get 50 games, full games, not micro games like you'd see in WarioWare, and a lot of the games are really good. Some of my favorites I would have paid for exclusively if Moss Mouse sold them separately. Part of me is hoping Party House comes to mobile, not counting of it, but a fan can dream. UFO 50 provides you with tons to explore in 10 different genres and lore based around the fictional company of UFO Soft. What is the most common aspect people think of with a platformer? I would say jumping. And that makes sense seeing Mario first went by Jumpman and Donkey Kong in the arcades in the 80s. Yellow Taxi Goes Vroom takes that away and incorporates arcade racing to move around. While it sounds odd on paper, it works really well. And that is without mentioning how preposterous everything is. Morio is your closest ally. Yes, Morio, with an O. One level is entirely in Morio's dreams. The main villain is Alien Mosk, the head of the Tosla Corporation, and there is more foolishness you need to see for yourself.